Mike Troll, AMSOIL dealer, 146-3115. And today we're working on this beautiful 13, and we're gonna help this Sienna to hopefully run for many more years. It's got 105 on the clock, 105,000, and they've been doing their oil changes between 5 and 7,500 miles. So we're just gonna help it to be able to go longer between oil changes, but we're also gonna give it a lot less engine wear while we're doing that. And so we've got a bunch of stuff here today. We've actually got the AMSOIL engine flush. We're gonna be adding this before we do the oil change. And we got the fuel additives, the PI, and the upper cylinder lube. And we've also got the cartridge filter for it, the EA15K02. We'll look at that later. But for right now, we're gonna unbox the oil itself. And while we're doing this, check out my links down below in the description. My link is number1synthetic.com. So this is gonna be for an upcoming vehicle that we're doing, an F-150. So subscribe and check that out if you would. Got your AMSOIL sticker if you want to represent. And what we've got here is the Signature Series 0W20. And this is 100% synthetic. And the film strength and the shear stability, and just, you can research all that at my links in the description. And I would appreciate it, guys. Join my tribe and save 25% off as a preferred customer. Well, let's get into this. All right, so with the AMSOIL PI, you want to drop this in every 4,000 miles, and it will clean the entire fuel system in one tank of fuel. And so the idea behind it is it cleans away all the carbon that builds up in your fuel system and on the back sides of your intake valves. And those deposits are what rob the performance and cause your gas mileage. It'll go down a little bit over time. And then the next one, we'll throw that away. The next one is the upper cylinder lube, and this gives a bit of lubricity to your gasoline. It sounds weird, but when you think about the top end of your engine, there's really nothing there. And so when you have a little bit of lubricity, it used to be called top oil, and people would add that to their gasoline to aid in cylinder sealing. AMSOIL has also formulated this to protect against corrosion from ethanol. So if you have any concerns with that, this is definitely a worthwhile. Grab a case of this when you're at number1synthetic.com and try it out. All right, and with the engine flush, we're just gonna add this. This is going in the old oil before we change the oil. And again, this is not solvent-based. This is detergent-based, so it's actually gentle enough to use every oil change if you needed to. But there's no reason with the AMSOIL you're gonna be cleaning your engine. The Signature Series is going to be cleaning your engine as you go. It'll actually make your engine cleaner from the inside out. But this just helps you to start clean. Oil cap back on. And we'll get this thing fired up and idle it. Don't put it under a load or anything like that, because this thins out your oil a little bit. 14 millimeter. Oh, not too tight. So whoever did this before was well trained. They didn't overdo it. All right, guys. I'm gonna get out of the way and let it drain. All right, so that is nice and hot and thinned out by that engine flush, and that's bringing out the carbon from around the piston rings. And the AMSOIL will help to naturally keep the engine clean, being that the oil doesn't break down nearly as quickly, and the detergents are top quality, high-end detergents, dispersants, all that you can check out all the details at numberonesynthetic.com. Guys, and while we're at it, the verse of the day from the beginning of Psalm 24, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. And we can give praise to God for sending his son Jesus. Oh yeah, especially this is Holy Week. So if you only make it to church once a year, you know, go this Sunday and realize that Jesus died in your place and rose again in your place, and that's your only hope you have of spending eternity with God, because he's holy and sin must be paid for, must be dealt with. So don't rely on yourself, rely on the finished work of Christ. So for this, for the filter, I recommend, I'm not affiliated with Motivex tools, but they do make a really solid wrench for these Toyota Lexus oil filter housings. So it's got a 3/8 drive, but it's also got, I forget if that's a 24 or 26. The cheaper ones can sometimes deform depending on if the previous whoever did the oil change over tightened the housing. But this one, that wasn't bad. So that broke loose pretty easy. And your AMSOIL EA15K02 is going to have all your O-rings and everything. And actually, I forgot to do something that can save us from getting so oily. If you use your 3/8 drive, you can take out this thing on the bottom here. Comes. So just a little bit will drip out of there, but then, so when you screw this in, it allows you to drain the filter housing. Let's see. Come on here. See that? So right now that's draining the oil out of the filter housing, so that when we take it down, it's not going to give us a shower. Won't be quite as bad. So now we'll bring down our filter housing here. Still getting a little drip, but it would have been a lot worse without pre-draining the filter housing. And there she is. We'll bring this out and let you guys have a look at this filter and then the new filter that's going to go in. Here's the factory filter set up, and we're going to pull that out. I don't know if this is Toyota OEM or if this is another brand. We'll pull that out. So when you're doing the oil change, right after you do the engine flush, everything's extra hot. But when you get everything switched over to AMSOIL, you don't have to do it when it's blazing hot next time. So let's look inside, and it looks pretty good in there. Nothing looks outrageous or dirty, so that's a good sign. That's what we want to see. So we have to change our O-rings. We got the one right there. We'll change that out. And we've got the one right around here. And you just want to take them out with something like a credit card. You know, it's not great to use a pick, but whatever you do, you know, you take them out and you oil the new one and put it back in. All right, so we'll pull that O-ring out. And same with this one here. I've got a plastic card here. And I have done this. So we'll just remove. Yeah, on the '08 Tundra that I do for my brother-in-law, it's a plastic cap, so this is kind of nice seeing this metal cap. This is a big upgrade, I think. And that O-ring is on there pretty good. Makes you wonder if you really need to change them every time, but that's the last thing you want, put it back together and have a leak for no reason. Oh, Buddy's saying hello. If you can hear him, Buddy says like and subscribe. Maybe we'll get him out here later to say hello. All right, so we're gonna get some clean oil. Ideally, we'd be, let's see. We just need a little here. Maybe just enough to get things nice. Keep your O-ring oiled. And we'll get the other one here for the bottom. All right, so you want to make sure your O-ring doesn't get twisted or anything like that. And there's a groove right there where it fits. You'll know it's in there because it fits right in there. And then on the bottom, we got the same thing. Some people don't even take this out, but this is the thing that allows you to drain the housing and get everything, get it drained before you get a shower. So we'll put that back in there. And when you're going back in with this stuff, there's no need to over tighten. The seal, what's making your seal is the O-ring, not how tight you tighten it. So got our beautiful AMSOIL filter there. It's got the metal end caps and the O-rings on there. So I like these. I think they're a big upgrade over stock. So we'll go ahead and put that up and just tighten it by hand with the wrench. No need to go crazy on the torque. All right, so here we are ready to reinstall. And just, as always, don't cross thread. Oh yeah, that feels nice. Yeah, you can actually turn that by hand pretty well, which is a good indication that you're not cross-threaded. So that's important. And so just go on with this and see right there it stops. So just a little bit of tightness to it, but after it stops, it doesn't really turn. And then here, just get that a little bit. You don't want to over tighten anything again. The O-rings are what do your sealing. All right, we got a new crush washer on there. So guys, if you would, join my tribe, like, share, and subscribe. And from there, go down to the links in the description and sign up as a preferred customer using my links, and that'll get you locked into my tribe, and it's going to save you 25% on your AMSOIL purchases. And guys, when you look up your vehicle through my links, you know, if you need to, in order to get the free shipping, throw on some fuel additives or throw on some brake and parts cleaner we're going to use here in a minute to clean up this oil. Now, if I could set my ratchet in the correct direction. And so yeah, that crush washer crushes down, gives you a nice seal. It's made out of soft aluminum. That's why I like to change them every time. Something like this, you know, if it helps you to get to the $100 threshold for free shipping, and it helps everything to look clean, this will evaporate and you're good to go. So we are ready just about to add our oil. Then we'll start and check for leaks. Hey guys, when you get done watching my videos and you go down, click the links, you can look up your vehicle. But I encourage you sign up as a preferred customer using my link. That way you'll be in my tribe. And as always, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys. So just select Bible verse. I was almost complaining about everything's oily, the camera's oily, but there's a Bible verse that says, where there's no oxen, the stall stays clean, but much revenue comes by the strength of the ox. So do you want to have a clean stable, or do you want to, you know, clean stable, clean hands, or do you want to make money? Sometimes you got to get dirty. So praise the Lord. All right, so we'll get this out. And it's amazing, guys, how much the Bible has to say about money and work and just living life. I mean, you've probably heard Proverbs is a book of wisdom, but unless you've ever read it and internalized the truth and seen it through the eyes of, you know, with a heart that's been open to understand the things of God. I mean, once you see that, you're like, oh, this is very practical. It's actual real world advice. So capacity on this, at my web link, we looked it up and it was saying 6.4. Sorry. So we're going to go ahead and we'll drop in 6, and then we'll start up and check for leaks, and we can back it off the ramps. So guys, if you don't know much about AMSOIL, I encourage, do the research. My links are in the description, and that would help me out a ton if you end up buying through my links. And like I said, join my tribe, become a preferred customer, and that's going to save you the money and get you in there with me as your AMSOIL dealer. And the more you learn about it, the more, I think, like my experience was, the more I learned about AMSOIL, if I had a thought, or I thought, well, I'm going to try to disprove this doesn't, you know, it's almost too good to be true. But the more you look into it, the more you realize, you know, the technology's here. The jet fighter pilot that developed AMSOIL, he basically thought, well, if oil using these chemical base stocks is in jet engines, why isn't somebody doing this for cars? And so that's how AMSOIL was born in the early 1970s. And so this oil, their official recommendation is 25,000 miles, 1 year, or 700 hours. And on this engine, and on many of the engines, the filters that they sell are good for 15. So you can use your, you know, if you do drive 25, you would want to go ahead and change your filter somewhere in the middle of that interval. Good. So we went ahead and dumped in the full 6.4, and we'll put our cap back on, and we'll start up and back down, and then we'll check the level here in a minute. We're also going to check for leaks before we take it off the ramps. So we'll look for our oil pressure light, and it is out. So there we go. Took maybe an extra second or two, and we'll check for leaks. And I don't see any leaks except for what I spilled It's amazing. You can do this stuff your whole life and still be a little clumsy with it, but everything looks good. All right, so coming off the ramps, and the owner just got through saying that he noticed that it sounded quieter. So with just over 100,000 miles, this thing should be good to go for a long time. There's my link. Get your AMSOIL, guys. It'll be down in the description. Look up your vehicle, sign up as a preferred customer. My dealer number is 146-3115. Hey, buddy. Buddy says like and subscribe. Right, boy? Here's some of the good stuff here. All right, guys. So we just had another Toyota get AMSOIL'd. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. God bless. Hey, guys, when you get done watching my videos and you go down, click the links. You can look up your vehicle. So just select 6-month trial membership, or the 1 year's $20. And most of you are going to save way more than that buying, especially if you're buying for more than one vehicle or more than just an oil change. But check it out, the price difference is pretty good. Check out the details on it. When you go to check out or create your account, this is what you want to see, guys. I really appreciate it. Hey guys, what year is this? 2013. Sienna. All right. Just gonna dump this oil. Ooh, that's hot.